Welcome back to the Slackin' Off podcast. I'm your host, and we got a speed round this time. So it's the three of us normally still here. What
Except
the hell
we're
is
trying to do
happening
this
with your
crazily.
mic?
Oh,
Mine?
Yeah, dude, you were to say something in the beginning with...
start us off real quick.
He already did.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it again. I'll cut these 20 seconds out, unless you want me to just keep
No,
those.
I meant like get the topics rolling. I have to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I was telling Goody beforehand. Looks like I'm spending money in Fortnite.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's in it, and he looks kind of lame.
He's
He has a knife.
He's in the what do you
He's
call
in
it?
the shop.
Item shop now. So it looks like I'm spending money on Fortnite.
Yes, sir. And then also,
Hopefully, it's not like a stupid amount.
no, it's like 1,200 V-Bucks. I want to say just for the skin. The bundle's
Damn.
2,400.
Good lord, that's a lot.
Big butt. Hold on, big butts.
I got a big butt.
Yeah, I know. But that wasn't what I was trying to say.
It's shared.
Shoot. Oh, I can't bring my knife. No.
You can bring.
Sorry,
it.
I'm still
Just
trying
don't
to
let
get.
anyone know.
Well, no, I'm gonna bring my knife. It won't fit in my pocket like a regular.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm wearing jeans right now, and I don't have cargo jeans because that's not appropriate for a dressed like special.
Sorry,
day.
I'm back. My cat shit on the floor. I had to clean it up.
Oh damn.
Average
Stinky.
Hold on. Average cat stuff.
stinky.
Oh, did you, so this
Oh,
morning?
Not my fault.
Creepy diaper.
She shit,
So-
no, she shits on the floor when I don't clean the box, so it's my fault.
Oh, it was it's
Oh, she was
out
a
of
mess.
revenge. Hey, you! Right on the ground.
What the heck was that sound?
That's really what it feels like.
Here, James just.
Well,
It was a good one
so-
too. That sounded legit.
It really
That's
feels
rough.
like it's personal,
Sounds
but
authentic.
I mean, I know she's just autistic as fuck.
well, with a cat, I'm pretty sure it's mostly personal. Mostly.
No, it's
out of
she
this.
she just has autism. She's just really dumb.
She's a retard.
I know it's
Capital
that.
R.
I know it's that because when she goes to try to cover up her shit, like she does the right movement, but in the wrong place. She sticks half of her body outside of the box and then scratches at the carpet
Oh,
like she's shoveling litter to cover her shit. But
Yeah, but she's not
just
inside
outside
the
of the box, scratching the fuck out of it and being loud.
Goofy ass cat.
And doing nothing. Like it's like literally so counterintuitive, but she doesn't realize it because she's big dumb.
You know,
She actually built like a moron. Believe it or not, you guys.
I don't mean you guys to describe me. That's kind of hurtful.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's actually a thing though for most cats. I'm pretty sure like most cats have like the mental capacity of an autistic 2-year-old.
Yeah, a lot of companion animals do.
I'm glad you figured that one out.
Speaking of, where is my autistic companion animal? She's not in the room. Oh well.
I think ours is laying down in his bed.
Our autistic canine is he's just kind of stupid, really. There's really no ifs, ands, or
It's
buts
not,
about
it's
it.
not
He's just kind
autistic.
of
He's
stupid.
just kind of stupid.
Not
He's a retriever. So you get the two modes, either genius or downright retard, and there's no choice
No happy
between the two.
medium.
It's like trying to balance the light switch on and off. There's one time it works, and then it's just usually doesn't work any other
Usually
time.
one or the other.
Yep. You just big dumb or
By the way,
bona fide genius.
this fox plush that y'all got me is fucking sick. Dude, like the legs are like kind of trained to go off to the left so that when it just like lays down, like its legs go to the side. It looks cute.
It's a
And then
spoon.
you could like position the front legs to like be one on top of the other, and I could just put it up on the shelf or something.
That make me happy.
Yeah, I'll be 100% with you. I had no clue what they were doing with that. I was in the car and they're like, "This is for Travis." I'm like, "Cool." So I just bought the gift card. Like, that was my entire contribution was the gift card, and I'm like, "This will be fine." And then I bought a giant XL candy bar because if you look at the receipt, it'll show what candy bar I bought. It'll say like $2.50, an extra large Hershey's bar.
Extra what? Wait.
Yeah,
I
if
had
you,
to leave
if
the
you-
discussion real quick.
if you look at your receipt for your gift card, you will see that there is about $2.50 purchase for an extra large Hershey's candy bar.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
You'll see it. The total will be like 52, like 40 something.
46.
Yeah.
52.46. No, 53.16. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
kind
which I'm
of
debating on what I should spend that 50 on.
Animal
It's
Crossing.
up to you, obviously.
I was thinking about Animal Crossing.
You wanna know a crazy
I might just get lost in my room playing Animal Crossing. You won't see me for the next 2 months.
You'll just hear the Animal Crossing theme as we approach your house, and we're just like, oh no.
Oh, not this again.
One of those.
Hang on, I gotta trade in my turnips.
I gotta give Blathers this random insect I found. I've got to.
I gotta find Blathers a fucking red centipede.
It's here somewhere. I see it.
If I don't find another 2 bells in the next 28 minutes, I
Tom
will be
Nook's gonna
evicted
bust my
from my own
kneecaps.
island. I will die. Send
I'm
help
gonna
now.
break my kneecaps.
Dude, he comes up, makes you name the island, has you do everything, and he's like, but, it's my money that provided you here, so. make
Honestly,
do
though,
on your
Tom Nook's
debts."
kind of a G. Like in reality, because like
In canon,
the debt that
Animal
you
Crossing
incur,
lore.
he literally doesn't ever like pressure you into
Yeah, he doesn't
paying
hunt
him
you
back. He's
down.
just like, you pay me back in your own time.
He should hunt you down. Animal
You just
Crossing
can't
horror
do
mode.
anything like until you pay back the loan though, or like the debt.
Animal Crossing Loan Shark Edition. You just play as one of the Timmy or Tommy. You just go up to random other villagers that's not your own. Like, you know how you have the main villager, and then you turn off the thing. It's supposed to be like your villager went to sleep. You just see Timmy and Tommy going around busting people up for money, while you get to pay on your own time. They're just coming up and just give me the money now.
that'd be such
Give
a
it to me.
good.
I
that'd be
know
really
you're
good.
hoarding them bells.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to pay off my
Or like
wife.
a GTA
Come on,
5
let's
mod
go.
that turns you into Tom Nook.
I'll be back.
You're just a giant tanuki getting hit by cars.
You're beating an old lady with a baseball bat. Tom Nook.
Curb stomping a random civilian. Why not the bells? I got to hear a weird OnlyFans story today.
Oh,
There was so in the morning when I go to work, we listen to the Rick Stacy show, which is 105.9 on the radio.
Mm.
And this person just goes up, not person, but Rick goes and brings up this OnlyFans thing where apparently this person was a Christian and they're on OnlyFans, saying that God is telling them to strip till they're 85 for money.
What? Excuse me?
God's plan.
So poor God's playing.
That reminds me of like evil Christians in TV shows.
Yeah, right. Like Joseph Seed
You
from
know what I mean?
From Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
Or just like
People like them.
any show that takes place like 300 years ago depicts Christians as like evil bad guys. I just think it's hilarious.
Listen to the Pope and fulfill your
How it's like-
crusade.
Yeah, how it's like 300-400 years ago, like in these TV shows, these dudes who are like, I'm a holy man and I follow God, are like turning around and like murdering people.
All
and, like,
every
lying and
minute,
shit.
9 seconds.
It's literally every single episode of Law and Order.
I'll
Let's
write
be
that
honest. With you.
down.
Oh,
I know what I know what we're doing today.
It's fine. We're good. I caught it. It's
Here, I can make a noise and you can just use this noise.
dead
What
silent.
noise?
Can you get it?
No.
Did it not? No, you couldn't
No.
hear it? Okay,
No.
fine.
I got the
You kinda just made
timestamp written
yourself-
down.
You made yourself sound. Made yourself sound kind of stupid there. But now I can't say anything.
Yeah, because you sounded real stupid just there.
trying to hear it,
handful of
homie.
D20s. I'm like messing with my dice bag over here as I'm writing down the timestamp.
I'm just sitting here playing a game on my phone.
I'm staring at a wall.
I'm looking at OBS while it records. 10 minutes have passed.
We're just gonna keep talking about what we're doing right now, or
We could narrate, you know?
Oh, I'll narrate.
Narrate what?
I just coughed. I have another one. Sorry, I actually did not mean for that to happen.
I hope
I just started choking.
my VR video came out okay, like rendered and all that. I haven't looked at it, but I know I put it up, so that was the first time I tried that. And you know what we could do? We could
You did a VR video?
Yeah, I did. I played virtual reality, and I edited and uploaded that. It's well, I think 40 something minutes long or so, whatever. Because I wanted to keep some of the weirdness and confusion that all these other little places you go to have. Especially the pinwheel guy. That's just weird. And it's like I think it's
what?
Yeah. Okay. The game is called Virtual Reality. You put the
Yeah, we
headset
got
on,
that, buddy.
and you're supposed to be like a human worker for all these AI, and they hire you to do jobs. But like your first job is for a sentient piece of butter. And with that sentient piece of butter, he wants you to stick toast to him. It can't be too burnt, and it has to be cooked. It has to be toasted. So you get like overwhelmed. Excuse me. You get overwhelmed, and he goes, "All right, stop. That's enough. Clean up your shame." And he gives you a vacuum. He starts vacuuming up all the toast and the toasters and stuff. And he's like, "Well, look at you. You can't even vacuum up your own shame." And then you go to get the toast off of him. He's just like, that feels good. Right in my globules. And you're like, "Excuse me?"
Globules.
And he goes, "Let me turn up the power on that vacuum." And he goes, "Go ahead. Do it again. Get deep in there. Get the deep decrusting." And you vacuum, and he just goes, "Ah!" And he gets sucked into the vacuum. And the whole thing shuts down, and you vacuum up the walls and the cabinets. The next thing you know, you're inside sort of the backstage area of this virtual reality place. And you're looking, you're trying to like get to HR. You're trying to get to the HR department. And you have to put like one headset on to get to butter, and then through that you have to put another headset on to get to the elevator. So you're like going through different levels of VR, and it's just messes with your head. And there's a robot with 2 legs named Chaz. He calls you B.
This game sounds really interesting.
It's fun. I just am so lost. I'm at this part now where I go to that elevator, and there's like a key I need to find, but I don't know where to find that. And then if you go up the elevator instead of down, there's a bunch of Chazes playing ping pong. But when you open the door, they all stare at you, and they open up like this little compartment, and a VR headset comes to fly at you to stick to your head and sends you into like VR jail. When then your caretaker Chaz goes, no, you cannot be doing these things. And you're like, "I don't know what I did. What did I do wrong?" And he goes, "I know you've been talking to the union." And you're like, "Huh? There's a union?" So, but
You're going on
fun.
strike?
Yeah, apparently.
Union Jack and Cheese.
They sent me to this boat, and the boat was like, "Go ahead. Put your controllers down. Sit. Take a load off." And I was like standing still, holding my controllers, and he goes, "Sit down. Take a load off. Drop the controllers." And I'm like, "Okay." So me only having 3 feet of space to do that, I sit on my bed and I drop my controllers. And I'm just waiting, and he goes, "The sun is so there. It's so beautiful for you to sit and enjoy the sunset. And the sun, it's almost like you can reach out and touch it." So I'm like, "Oh, I can touch the sun?" So I grab it, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What? I didn't mean for you to literally go out and grab and move the sun. We're supposed to be calm here." And I'm like, okay. And then he continues his monologue, and I touch it again. He goes, "You can't sit still, can you? You can't enjoy one sunset." and then proceeds to give me math about how many sunsets you'll enjoy over your entire life, and then proceeds to
Oh,
flash you with sunsets going down at rapid speed, rising and setting incredibly quickly, just boom, 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 and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's like, "What's going on?" And then I vacuumed him up in a gauntlet.
that sounds like VR Stanley Parable.
Yeah, well, it is made by the people who did that, but it's also made with I think
Oh, is it?
I think it's also made with Justin Roiland. Let me
Oh,
check.
then it's probably
I think
amazing.
I think it's both of them. But like you got the it's funny and then you're just constantly confused. Let me see here. There's not really much in the way of a description here. It just says
describe it to us, man.
it says put on VR headsets in VR to escape your manager and go deeper into nested virtual realities. In the near future, most human jobs are automated. What is the purpose of humanity? Activitude, the virtual labor system, is here to help. Your artisanal human companionship is still highly sought out by our AI clients. Strap on your headset and find your calling. Psst. Sure, you could function like a therapy dog to an AI in Bismarck and watch your work ratings climb, but don't you yearn for something more? Adventure, conflict, purpose? Escape behind the scenes of Activitude by putting on your VR headsets to jump between realities, or vacuum up the world around you with your Activitude brand Poly cleanup tool. Outrun Chaz, your manager, as he attempts to boot you out permanently. Along the way, uncover the story of Activitude's evolution from VR startup to the human purpose provider it is today. That's all it says. That's it. That's the entire
Not
thing.
sponsored by these people, by the way. This is just really interesting to talk about.
Yeah, it's fun. It really does feel kind of like a similar to a VR Stanley Parable. But it's more like it's kind of like off-brand Aperture Science, you know? Where there's a bit more if there was a bit more comedy in Portal and you're doing stuff all having to do with like meta
There already
commentary on...
is so much comedy in Portal.
Yeah, well, this is more like on the nose instead of just there. You have to realize it. This is just sort of in your face.
Right.
Like you vacuum up this like talking pinwheel after you accidentally drop a flower pot because the game forces you to drop it, and you come back to him and he's just crying, and he goes, "Chaz told me I'd never have to see you again. Why are you here again?" So I just decided to vacuum him up.
How dare you?
Well, because he told me to sweep the floor, clean up the dirt from the mess he made, so I swept up the first one. He kept saying faster, so I was like, maybe I can just vacuum up the dirt. So I vacuumed him up and he cried, and then I vacuumed him. Like, I vacuumed up the dirt, he started crying, going, "No, no, no." So I just vacuumed him up because I didn't want to hear it. Just, and he was gone.
Poor guy.
The sweet
Didn't even
embrace
deserve
of
it.
vacuum suck.
Yeah, the sweet embrace of AI death. I also have what the hell? What is it? Accounting Plus in my Steam as well, so I could.
Oh,
play that.
nice. VR accounting.
Yeah.
That one's also done by Justin Roiland.
That one, yeah, that one's 100%.
I think that one's done by the people who did the Job Simulator, and then it was
Vacation
or it was just
Simulator.
or it was just the people who did Rick and Morty VR.
Yeah, Rick
I'm
and
not
Morty
sure.
creators. I think it's the Rick and Morty ones.
I just know that the graphics were like similar, or like the engine was like the same for both of them or something.
Oh, okay. I was wrong about virtual reality. My bad. The Accounting Plus is the one with the Stanley Parable designers and Justin.
Oh,
Roiland.
VR accounting is the one by the Stanley Parable people. Okay.
Yeah. Accounting Plus. The other one is just a really good game. I mean, I've seriously thought it was probably developed by those people.
That makes more sense.
I like how one of the recommended ones. This guy has 2 hours.
We
on,
were we were both totally wrong.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. People don't listen to this to listen to us be right.
No, they're listening to lose some brain cells. It's cool.
Glad we could help.
Yep, because we're losing brain cells ourselves. Additional notes. Virtual reality.
Oh, Brandon,
Yes.
you know the big turntable thing you gave me?
Yeah, yeah.
I gave you a turntable thingy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one you gave to me.
Oh, come on. I remember that.
Yes.
Would you care at all if I got rid of it?
No.
Okay, because my mom said that she's getting me a new one, like an actual nice one,
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, go for
and
it, man.
that's gonna be, that's for like my graduation present, like my
Heck
actual
yeah.
present, I guess. So I might just like send that one off to Goodwill or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you want with that.
Someone
because
might- Yeah.
I could seriously care less what happens to it.
Now, we
It
could
wasn't
mention
even mine
that.
to begin with.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we did all together is that you graduated, and we're not even mentioning that on the
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care about boasting my achievements.
That's true.
Time to boast about your achievements, buddy.
Time to put him on the spot.
We don't care if you don't. Boast.
Like boasting about
now.
my achievements would be like, oh, haha, I graduated top of class.
Top
Haha.
top of
But you
class.
did. Hence
Haha. I
valedictorian.
said haha, not papa.
Top of class.
Top of class.
I mean,
He's
you
number
kind of
one
did
in
end
the
up with the
pop-off
same award
class.
I did with the whole valedictorian thing.
Me next.
Yeah, but I mean, like, to be fair, there were 3 people graduating, so it was I
So
was
what you're saying is there's
valedictorian
no
out of 3
competition.
people. Well, I was valedictorian out of 3 people. One of which was doing open book testing because he was getting way more stuff done in a year than me. Like, he got a bunch of shit done.
Yeah.
And it was insane how much work he got done this year. But he did like open book and took like bad test grades, but like passable test grades, just to get it done, to get it over with. I, for the other hand, I don't know. I just kind of tackled every test I took and would like try to actually get like over a 90 on it on everyone. So I
But you did.
ended up graduating with a GPA of 96.
Nice. Oh, good lord.
Which
That
I guess
was
when
not
you
nice.
try to when you try to factor that
I
into
thought that was
like
gonna be smaller than what it
public
was.
school GPA numbers, that's like maybe 3.6 GPA. Because like 100 would be 4.0.
Yeah. We probably had about both the same GPA.
Yeah, something like that. Dude, that fucking work was just like so hard to do by myself for so many years until the very last year.
Things just start to click, you know? Or you start to
Yeah.
be me and start using Quizlet at the test table. Didn't
Oh yeah. Dude, like that's what I said though. I'm pretty sure everyone cheated at some point or another just because the work was bullshit. Even Taylor. I
Oh, yeah.
remember Taylor cheating.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even kind of blatant. I'll be honest. It was just
If you're going to cheat, make sure that you do not get caught. That is
Yep.
just basically that's it. Don't even it's just
It's not a war crime if
don't
nobody
even like
lives to
worry
see
about whether or not it's a good cheat. Just make sure that no one knows.
it. Yeah, it's not a war crime if nobody lives to see it. You can't tell me that they're
But,
keeping
like,
track of
literally,
every
I
single
wouldn't-
bullet that goes through. If
I
I,
wouldn't-
shoot a dude who's falling, who's parachuting, you won't know it's me if all of us are shooting in random
Like when I
directions.
had homework and stuff, and I wanted the score keys to be able to score the shit at home or help myself whenever I got stuck doing shit at my house with no one there to help. And I needed to reverse engineer a problem, like in math or something. I wouldn't tell anybody, but I would just grab the score key, wouldn't say a single thing, and just go right to my desk real quick, take a picture, and then go right. Like no one would even notice.
Yeah. They
No one
totally
would.
wouldn't.
No one would bat their heads, and I would just make sure that no one knew. But like, I didn't like actually cheat and just like get all the answers, like cheat and not learn the work.
Well, see,
See, that's what you also don't want to do. Like when you cheat in school, is you don't want to cheat and not learn the work.
yeah, well,
Because
see,
then when you get tested on it, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I cheated on this. I don't remember it."
yeah, like with me, I'm a bad test taker, but I remember the knowledge. So like, if I'm not doing the test and you ask me that same question, I'll know it off the top of my head. But if I'm in the test and I see that same question I literally answered like a minute or two ago, I'll be lost. I'll look at it like, excuse me? I mean, I just answered this.
In civics,
I'm just pretty good at
literally this
remembering
week.
shit.
Yeah, well, it's like a whole different mentality. It just sort of switches on me, and then I'm like
Right.
that happened on my birthday, like one of the times. I was doing a math test. I had literally just done the studying for it, and when I went to do the math test, it just totally, I got a lot of it wrong, and I'm like, I went and I studied beforehand, literally 2 minutes before I took this test. So, yeah, it was stupid. It was generally stupid. So, you know, when I was doing like civics stuff, I remember the civics things and economics things that I do. But then when I get to the test, it goes blank, so I'm like,
That was literally me.
Pulling out
Okay,
Quizlet.
so when I was taking
Open
out,
up
when
my
I was doing
phone.
freaking the stupid economic stuff, right? Everything was named almost exactly the same, from perfect competition to monopolistic competition to or like the freaking oligopoly or whatever it's called, then monopoly, and everything sounds the exact same. So you can't tell what's what sometimes because it's the same thing on each freaking question.
well, the definition is different. Obviously.
Yeah, I know that, obviously.
A monopoly is like a business thing. An oligarchy is like a government thing.
Well, no,
And
not oligopoly. No, hold on, what? Oligopoly.
Heródotos?
Arby's.
Arby's? We have the meat.
Oligopoly.
It's good mood food.
Okay, what is this? A
Arby's,
state of
we
limited
have the
competition in
yeast.
which a market is shared by a small number of producers or sellers.
Arby's, we have the yeets.
Oligopoly. Freaking whatever. It's stupid. Everything sounds the same, so when you're taking a test, all answers look the exact same.
I don't know what's happening. We're derailing right now. I heard Arby's and my brain shut off because all I know is because I hear Arby's and my brain goes clogging carotid artery. Like
Dude, I'm just like, what? Freaking Arby's, bro. It's actually
High
better than people
cholesterol.
give it. I don't care. Arby's is good.
solidifying the
Okay,
valves
I
into my
will
heart.
say their fries are pretty
Fries
good.
are so good. Their curly
Their
fries
fries
are so
are pretty
good.
damn good.
I would
get
rather
anything
just
besides
steal
curly
their.
fries.
I'd rather just steal their recipe, like seasoning wise, and just remake fries at home.
Well, I mean, you can buy curly fries like at a store and then just put salt and pepper on them, and it's like.
I'll be
really
honest,
Yeah, and do
I
the
don't
little
really
seasoning
get
they
the
do.
most healthy option when I go there.
Oh, pepper.
I get. You put pepper in addition to salt. You put bloody pepper. Ah! I freaking love it. I love it. The bloody Americans, they've gone mental.
They
They
go
put
mental.
bloody jalapenos in the dip.
Oh god. That is... Oh, I hate when someone says jalapeno. It's something just sounds
You'd hate
so
the way my mom says tortilla.
like
Hurricane
Brandon used to-
Katrina. More like Hurricane Tortilla.
Brandon
No,
used to
she
call
doesn't
it
even
that.
say tortilla. She doesn't even
Tortilla.
say tortilla. She combines it.
Huh?
She says
Tortilla.
tortilla.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Yes.
That is a different take on the word. That's the first time I've
Yeah.
heard that. You know what? I
Yeah, that's
respect
how
it.
my mom says it.
I respect it.
My mom said, "Yeah, my mom says tortilla." It trips me up every time I hear her say that.
At least it's not like Brandon. Whenever we go past, he goes Polo Tropical or Polo Tropical, and we're like,
tropical.
there's an
Just to
extra L
bother my
there.
mom.
Like, there's 2 L's.
Paulo tropical. Is that better?
It's bad either way.
Yeah. I really just say it to bother mom.
Los
and you.
pollos
It's funny.
from my nose.
No,
Powder for your nose?
tropical chicken.
Huh? What?
Speaking of chicken, I could really
Hey
go.
James,
Yes. I am here.
you should watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking
I
Bad.
think you would like Breaking Bad.
We already talked about Breaking Bad a lot in the
We're
last
talking about.
podcast.
Well, we
did.
talked about. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put another bleep in the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, but
Poor
but
Brad.
saying,
We'll say that.
Poor Brad.
well,
He
just,
ain't even done
just
that.
R.I.P.
saying
Brad.
Los Pollos Hermanos again. It reminded me of Gus Fring.
What?
He's fuck, what's his name? The dude who plays Moff Gideon.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He plays one of the dudes in Breaking Bad. He runs Los Pollos Hermanos chains, but his actual illegitimate business is methamphetamine.
I would call that a legitimate business. You're making money off of it.
No, Los Pollos Hermanos is a legitimate business.
Ah, nah. Dodging taxes, selling
The
meth.
chicken from Los Pollos
Pretty
Hermanos.
legitimate business practice right there. You're keeping all the dosh to yourself.
chicken, 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 chicken.
My name is Tiki. Tiki.
God. That
I hate that sound so much.
why did you say that? And I think
I
of the
love
Burger
the
King
one
hat man.
with the fucking Robotnik and the 3 midget dudes.
3 dwarf Sonics. No, it's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. God.
No, I don't even think those were dwarfs, dude. I think those were midgets.
Have you seen?
Same
There's a
thing.
Have you
difference.
seen midget boxing?
No, there's a difference.
Oh my God, I need to show Travis.
There's a midget. Midgets are they have the really high pitched voice, and that's like Mini-Me pretty much. That actor.
Yeah,
I
like the
forget his
Russian
name.
dude. The one who goes, "But
that's yeah. Yeah, actually that's a whole different thing.
he looks like a midget.
Dude,
He looks like a toddler."
Yeah, no, that's a whole different thing.
Oh,
Midgets still
I guess I'm
age and
misinformed.
shit.
Travis, I just sent
Well,
you a video on TikTok talking about
I
midgets
forget
fighting.
what
It was
that
freaking hilarious.
that condition is, but it's not like I don't think he's
Dwarvism?
technically a
I don't
midget,
know.
because that's more of like his body won't develop. It's just weird.
Hmm.
But the dude's 20.
Yeah.
Bro,
Whereas-
Travis.
A midget just it's kind of the same, but I guess different because they still age.
I guess
That
like a
dude
midget
just looks
is
like he's
Midgets
Yeah,
don't
it
age.
looks like he's
Dwarves do. You
like
heard it here first, folks.
Well-
Midgets don't age.
but
they're
dwarves
mystical
are
creatures
more-
that don't age.
Yeah, Vern Troyer is who I would
Midgets
think
are
of.
unearthly beings.
Welcome
Like
to my
a-
11th birthday.
An example of a midget is Vern Troyer, but a dwarf would be more like Peter Dinklage, where he still sounds like a normal human,
Mhm.
and it's just his arms and legs aren't.
I don't know if I
Um,
classify him as a
proportionate.
midget if you looked at him in Endgame. He's pretty tall in Endgame.
Well, he plays a dwarf in Endgame,
But he's
but
like
that's what I'm
11 feet
saying.
tall.
I'm saying that Peter Dinklage isn't a midget. He's a dwarf. It's dwarfism.
Midget, dwarves, they're both small to me. I don't care.
normal people are small to us, Brandon.
Now I actually called a dwarf a midget when I was 3.
That
I
was
yelled
freaking
at her.
funny,
I
bro.
called her a midget. Yes,
You
dude.
called them out in the
just
store?
freaking-
That story?
it was at a. It
I
was
wish
at
I
a,
was there, man.
It was a fucking
Like
a
like a-
parade.
Yeah.
It was a parade.
Bro,
And I
imagine
was
that
like,
person just
I
trying to
remember
spend time with their
grabbing
family.
candy and stuff, and it was actually my cousin's friend's mom.
Oh,
My cousin and her friend were in the parade, and so was the mom. And I saw the mom and was like,
oh no. Full arm
Naturally.
extension.
As you
She was a
should, bro.
dwarf.
As you
Like,
should.
And
full
the
point.
and the friend was like normal size. The friend didn't even have dwarfism. It was just the mom.
Yeah, well, that's just genetics being weird. I mean,
Right.
like, crazy thing about genetics is if you have any sort of history of being a black, like having any sort of black blood in you, then you could have two white parents and come out totally different. It's just really small chance to even happen. But since it's in your genetic code, then there's a chance.
It's in your genetics
really
to be an
awkward to-
evildoer.
Explain.
Yeah, it would be.
I
But-
didn't cheat on you, honey. I swear.
Yeah, but it's like
It's like the story.
Babe, it's
uh-huh.
not my fault.
Here,
He's a
sign these
crime-committing
papers.
child. It's not my fault.
Do you want to know what the most garbage TV show of all time on TV is?
The Kardashians.
Oh,
Keeping up with the
no,
crowd.
close.
No, they have another one on Hulu called The Kardashians.
Well,
Just
then
came
that's
out.
not on TV.
But,
That's on a
like,
streaming
the
service.
garbage,
That is TV.
Yeah,
The Office UK.
amazingly entertaining TV show on TV is Mari.
Oh,
We both said the
I don't
same
watch
thing.
TV. Yeah, I don't watch
I'm gonna
TV.
look
it
I'm sorry.
The Mari Show.
Oh, shoot. Yes.
Maury
Yeah,
Povich.
yeah. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. Maury. Maury.
That's what I said.
You are not the father.
Well, like that, it was just that show is so trashy.
Oh.
Like, you gotta think about what the kids like are thinking about, like while they're on the show, like in the back room, just trying to figure out who their father is. The mom's being all like ratchet and trashy, and then it comes out that they cheated, and they run out. And then, like, you just got to think about, like, the kids, like, 15 years
my
later,
Lord.
watching this back.
There are still live episodes coming out, and it's gonna end this year.
Oh, yeah.
What? No.
What the hell?
Quit lying.
I'm looking it up on Google right now. It's saying that they're planning to. My Xbox just went bling at me.
Yeah, I heard it from here, bro. What?
I
They
don't know what
can't
happened
end the
there.
Maury show like that.
But it's like it's going to end this year after 31 seasons. How could you have 31 seasons of this and still have people watching? You know? Like there's got to be other stuff they do besides that.
You probably
He
watch
had
Jerry
a few
Springer.
other really trashy TV shows.
Little Nas
He
was
had
on
one
that?
where he would. No, he had
Oh,
one where
Nas
he would
on
take
there.
Yeah, he was.
people with phobias, and then literally expose
Morbius.
them to those phobias, to be a
Oh.
dickhead. Like that's where the "Bring Out the Olives" comes up. Meme comes
Bring out
from.
the olives.
Yeah.
Xbox.
There was one
stop
lady who
beeping at
was
me.
like fucking like shit herself, terrified of like lizards. And they bring out like a big ass like Komodo dragon. Or like a huge ass
Bruh.
like iguana and freak the shit out of her. It's awesome. But
Bro,
like
it's
so
if anybody
mean.
said that to my mom, a Puerto Rican curse would be inflicted upon them and their family for the next 6 generations. like- Some sort of Hispanic chant would start happening.
This is just so weird. The whole "you are not the father" thing.
Yeah, the Maury Povich show.
Mm-hmm.
See, when Travis first said that, I thought he said like Mori, the Maury. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
that's what I was thinking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I just said his name weird.
What the
No,
hell?
you're chilling, bro. Oh, did you see what I sent you over TikTok? I know I mentioned it
Chicken
earlier. but I never
tetrazzini?
saw it.
The fuck? I don't know what that's. What the hell?
I didn't.
That's one really.
regarding
fat
the midgets.
woman.
I remember the video I sent you, James, regarding the midgets.
Oh, yeah. Bro, Travis, you making my Xbox beep.
It's just
For those of you who don't know, it's a TikTok of these two midgets boxing, and one is just beating the hell out of the other one, and when the knockout blow is landed, you hear the Taco Bell bong.
It's the mini Pekka noises.
It's the mini Pekka
It's
noises.
the mini Pekka.
Oh yeah, that's right. I would like there to be a Taco Bell bong after the guy gets hit with the knockout one, you know?
Dude, that'd be freaking hilarious.
Dude, why? am genuinely interested in watching midgets fight. Like, is there someplace on YouTube I can watch more of that?
Yeah, Soup watches it.
That sounds like as interesting as slap fighting.
Of course, Soup watches it.
I think they called it like cruel and unusual punishment or something like that when he was watching it. So he had to take that episode down or something like that.
Why are they beating kids? Oh god, that dude's 42.
I'm the baddest motherfucking midget in the gang.
Have you seen the mini roll call on TikTok?
That's what this guy just said. Someone commented on this video about midget boxing, and they said this doesn't feel real. It's like I'm watching interdimensional television.
I think they got midget wrestling too, but it's all in Russian.
Of course, it would. Of course, it would be.
Yeah, because it's not allowed here. I don't think in the U.S. I mean.
We're discriminating against tiny people? Okay. That's not the American way.
I'm gonna discriminate against whoever the hell I want.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. I cannot not laugh at midget boxing. like someone just commented on that and was like, people shouldn't be laughing at this. This is a true sport, and they're real sportsmen. And I'm just, dude, it's so comical though.
It's people who are
so funny. It's like watching toddlers fight. I mean,
yeah, they got the they got the 3-inch they got the 3-inch wingspan, and then they've got a leg that can barely lift up. So they look like, you know, when you put the helmet on a kid in flag football.
Like toddler fight rings aren't ethical. So the next best thing is going to be watching midgets fight.
The next big thing.
No, I said the next best thing because
here's the next big thing.
I want to watch these two midgets brawl.
Duke it out. Just
put that on Fox News.
Shows it on CNN.
The dates are in
Look
August
what we found in our back alley.
Get your tickets now to see the mini showdown.
Don't worry, let me dox him at the same time.
There will be no shortcomings in this matchup.
With just a small price of $19.99.
Only on pay-per-view.
Although we can't stop you if you send it to your friends.
I feel like I would have fucking wrecked shop in the fighter clash or the creator clash.
The midget boxing league.
No, not the midget boxing league. The fucking.
It's not the MLB. It's the MBL.
But like,
Midget
I guess it would depend on who I was. I just felt like because they were all content creators, they didn't.
Midget league baseball.
The only person I feel like actually only two people I would have been really scared to go up against in that whole matchup were well, Michael Reeves and the dude Aaron fought against.
Oh, Michael Crackhead Reeves.
Well, Michael was like really going out there as a boxer, Like he was showing the most spirit out of anyone, I think. From what little I watched.
He puts a lot of heart in everything. You can
Everyone
see
else
it.
did really good, but I just feel like I would be able to keep up with those other people more.
Well, at the same time, there's a real more dangerous version of martial arts in the Philippines, which you do everything with a machete in hand. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's all based around machete combat, which is really cool, but it's also way more dangerous than all the other ones. Maybe besides, I don't know.
Maybe because it's a giant clunky machete that you're swinging around
Yeah.
instead of like a swift, elegant sword.
You got yourself a tool.
Typically,
instead
the
of,
only where you see using a machete as a weapon is Jason Voorhees, and he's just kind of one hand slashing with it.
yeah, coming at you like Darth Vader.
Right.
Now, I do got a cool story from my uncle though. My uncle
Which
used
one?
to.
Uncle Antonio down in New Jersey.
I mean, no.
Man,
As our uncle, he kind of looks like Fu Manchu. He looks a lot. One of our uncles looks a lot like Mr. Miyagi. So if you he is 100% Mr. Miyagi.
Is it the Wing Chun uncle?
Yes.
yes.
So
I like that uncle.
He's from the Philippines, and then he moved from there to Key West, and that's where his family moved, and they grew up here in Florida and did other stuff. But he trained in a lot of martial arts. He just liked doing it. It kept him fit, healthy. He would do those pinky push-ups.
That's kind of why I want to get back into doing martial arts. Whenever I would like to fund it myself, though.
Yeah.
I would like to start taking lessons and shit again because it was fun, and it really kept me in shape as a kid.
Mm-hmm. But how most people have their are a rebellious teen sort of thing.
Yeah.
When he was in that stage, his dad was a master of that machete martial art. And he was, of course, as a teenager does, he was boasting about his skill in that Wing Chun and the other ones he does. And he goes, "Okay, prove it. You got something against me? Prove it." So he tried to hit him, and his dad smacked him with the back of the machete, like immediate. He went for the strike, grabbed him, smacked him with the machete, and just let him fall. And each time he just kept getting hit by it. And he goes, "I could have very easily killed you multiple times."
Well, I mean, yeah, he's slashing a fucking machete.
Yeah, machete around. But he had that machete.
One good
just
slice
ready.
to an artery, and you're done.
Yep. But it was, it was one of those like, dad's got to show you how to be humble experience,
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm just kind of glad that I was like taught not to be like boastful and shit about martial arts in the martial arts class.
Mm-hmm. Well, like he showed Brandon how to disarm a person with a knife kind of pointed at you, and I mean this was years back. He was still old, but he's sitting there and Brandon pointed a spoon at him and he sent the spoon launched. This was a family dinner, by the way. He launched the spoon into the corner of the room. Just boom.
No, he wanted me to actually try and stab him with a plastic knife. He's like, "No, actually try." And I was like, "But
okay."
I was like, "I mean, okay," but he's like, "You won't hit me, trust me." I'm like, "All right." And I go for an actual jab, and I mean, like, his hands were under the table, and in less than a second, the knife's out of my hand, and I'm like,
on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't fuck with any old dude who knew martial arts. Any old guy ever.
Yeah,
they'll humble you real quick. They'll humble you real quick.
Yeah, they'll slap you around. And you'll be like, "Okay, I'm learning today." But it's nice because you can have people like that who can share experiences to help you, because a lot of people don't get humbled and they need to be. Some people need to be brought down a peg. Mm-hmm. So some people need it. Some people are a little too they believe too much in their ability to do things, and they haven't actually had a real sort of opponent, I guess.
Yeah,
or-
believing in yourself is one thing, but like
but
like,
believing you can
believing
do
in yourself,
better than
unhealthily
everything else.
believing in yourself too much is another.
Yeah, like Logan Paul, right? Take that for
Ooh.
example.
Ew.
Well, but he's the prime example of that.
He's got okay.
He
let me
went-
just say though, he has gotten better.
Yeah, but
I think
the premise still
Jake Paul's
stands,
more
right?
of a problem now.
Yeah, but the premise still stands. He fought one boxing match that wasn't really regulated, and then went and wanted to fight Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
That's not really. You believe too much in yourself at that point. The guy who's gone
think he would've
51
gotten
and 1.
I think he would have gotten his shit wrecked.
Oh, he did.
Maybe not now, just because McGregor fucked up his leg.
No, not McGregor. It was Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. Remember he did that?
Right.
Mayweather was messing with him the
I got those
entire
two
fight.
totally mixed up.
He could have ended it so soon. Like, he was at one point holding him up and keeping him standing. It's like, you gotta
Who
know your
lost that
limits,
fight?
man. Who lost? Logan Paul lost that fight. There's no way in hell he's beating
Okay.
Mayweather.
Well, no, he technically beat him, but everybody knows it was rigged. It was they were both just in it for the money.
But see, you gotta keep in mind though, because if
Now
Mayweather,
Logan
if they were
Paul's doing.
Go
I
ahead.
think Logan Paul's doing WWE now.
Oh, I'd love to see what
Which is
happens when he goes into the ring with John Cena.
He's actually not bad.
Well, no, because he used to wrestle as a high schooler. Like, when he was in high school, he was like, when in his prime, he was
Right, but that's
wrestling.
more like actual wrestling instead of like the acting shit.
Yeah, but
But I'm saying,
a
like,
lot of the holds are
As far
similar.
as the acting shit goes, like he's actually a pretty good showman as
Well, yeah.
a wrestler.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Like he was like jumping over people, like doing a fucking split in the air. He was kind of doing some wacky shit. He was doing some cool stuff.
See, now I think he'd be definitely good at WWE. Like, I can see that, him being good at that.
Right.
But I can't see him in a real fight winning against Mayweather. Just, that's not happening.
Oh yeah,
In
no.
a real fight, one right hook and he's out. It's just because at the
No,
same,
like-
although
No,
like
I want to see him
Mayweather
in
is
like
retired,
a real fight.
yeah, right. Like if Mayweather, even though he's retired, he's still training every day. It's like the same vigorous training workout he used to do. So really, the guy's still on the top of his game. He's just a little older. I mean, even the guy who Mike Tyson bought the ear off of, bit the ear off. Can I buy your ear?
Oh, I noticed you got a prosthetic ear on, yeah?
Let me buy your ear.
Let me have it.
I want that ear.
Give me your ear. I need to have your ear.
I need to have your ear.
You don't, James. It's only S's.
That's what I said. Ear.
You said have to, not
Yeah.
have to.
I said I haves.
No,
But I said I haves to have your
I
ear.
forgot to have your ears, man.
Ever seen that Mike Tyson
Danny
TV show
Sprinkler?
with Norm Macdonald in it as a pigeon?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
That show's fucking amazing.
And then Norm Macdonald
It's
is
actually
dead.
hilarious. I rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. He was a fucking legend. On SNL, he was amazing.
It do be
And
raining
in that
outside.
show, he
That's
was
lame.
hilarious. At that one, he was the host of a Grammy Award or like an Emmys or something, and he fucking roasted like everyone and said some really controversial shit.
Yeah, went and
My
pulled a real Ricky
man.
Gervais.
Yeah, he's
Is
awesome.
that even how you say his name?
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess I've been saying it wrong. I thought you had to like, since it was AIS, it was like some stupid English thing.
No,
we
go
don't
ahead.
pronounce it.
Say
Damn, I don't
say
know.
say what you thought.
Sure, what if he's French? I know he's not.
He's
but,
not
like, what if
French.
Did
he's
you think it was
French?
Ricky Gervais?
No. I'm not embarrassing myself. No.
No, say it. Say it.
No.
Say
no,
what you thought.
No.
Ricky
You thought it
Gervais.
was Ricky Gervais?
No, I did not think it was Jarvis.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky
Ricky
Gervais.
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 Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Juvie. No, that was not what I
Ricky's
thought.
in juvie.
Ricky's
Ricky
in
Deaky
juvie.
Dutch.
Man, Ricky's in juvie again.
Along with
Man, they discriminating against the Mexicans.
No,
I
say
feel
what
like
you-
Ricky
say
would
what,
be.
say what name you
No,
thought.
I'm not gonna say it.
Say
I'm
it.
going back to no.
We've put ourselves out on the spot saying stupid stuff. You say something stupid.
Yeah, I know,
Stupid?
and this is a little too stupid.
No, say some more.
No.
Do it.
I will literally leave the call and go eat a cookie. Okay, don't tempt me.
What if there's no cookies left?
Coward, I already ate 2 cookies while I was on the mic.
I had 2
I'll
beforehand.
stay on call and eat a cookie. Come on.
Eat 3 cookies. Outdo me. Outshine me.
Outshine me.
No, I don't have 3 cookies.
better
on
than
my
us.
list
Roof,
of one
what?
cookie.
On my ceiling.
What?
There's a
Huh?
glow-in-the-dark star on my ceiling, and I never knew it was there.
I've got a
Oh, that's
bunch of
cool.
those.
James has James has like an entire room full.
Like-
So
You know what's
Well,
crazy? Is when I
Let me
realized
just
that.
say, it's never
just had
glowed in the
both of us
dark
in it.
before. I think it's been there for like 10 years.
I'm gonna get those glow in the dark
Dude,
stars
same.
whenever I'm an adult. Yeah.
Or not. Oh, yeah.
Travis,
Dude,
we used to have this room, my room.
I used to have them too.
We used to have both of us in the same room. We used
Yeah.
to we either had 2 twin beds or a bunk bed in this room.
Still
me
either
and my
way,
brother used to share a room when I was like a toddler.
You know what?
Actually,
sucked?
that was when I split my ear in half on his bed.
Oof.
Oh, that's cool.
I
That's
had a
always-
real
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. That fucking hurt.
yeah, I had a
Oh, I
horror
bet.
moment. I had a horror moment when we had
It
the
was
bunk
like
bed.
3.
Because we had those lamps. So we had the bunk bed, right? And it had like the
Yeah.
pull-out drawers for storage. Well, you know how we had our lamps attached to the side so we could like read or something, or I could read in bed.
I think so. Yeah.
And yeah, because you always got top bunk because you were smaller than me, and
Yeah.
it was... So
Yeah. 'Cause since I'm younger, I was lighter. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm sitting in the bottom bunk. I turn my light on because I was reading like Percy Jackson book 3 at the time,
Mm.
the
Of course.
Titan's Curse, and I'm sitting there, and I just see in the corner of my eye I'm seeing something, and I freak the hell out and I look over in the direction because the way it was. So Travis, so you can understand, you know where my big bookshelf is right now, the one that's on
Yeah.
that back wall.
That's
I
where
have,
our
like-
heads were.
Yeah, that's where our heads were. So our feet were pointed towards the window on the back of towards my room, and to our
So the
right
door
was
was
the
his right.
closet and the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand the layout of the room.
Yeah, so I'd be sitting there trying, reading the book, and I see something in the doorway, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" So I look over, nothing's there. I continue to read again, and then I see the same thing again. Well, turns out if you have glasses, light can really mess with your eyesight.
Oh,
Since the lamp was by my head but up a little bit, it was creating a shine as if something was walking past every time I turned my head to read a portion of the book, to read a portion of that page.
oh, that's weird. I've had my hair
I've had
do
that
that
happen
to me
before.
before.
Mhm.
I've actually scared the shit out of
scare my hair.
myself with
Exactly.
my hair. Yeah, it's happened. I've literally like had like a strand of hair fall into my vision, and I thought it was someone like walking next to me while I was home alone, and it freaked me out.
Totally. Well, like I had something not similar recently, but it's more like more of a touch recently. I turned around and my badge for work got caught on one of the garbage cans, and all I felt was this ginger caress on my left butt cheek as it was as my lanyard was sliding out of my pocket. And I went, "What the hell?" And I turned around, and it just was my lanyard hanging from the trash can, and all I could do was ha! Like in the middle of the room. There's other people there. I just went ha! High pitched. And I look at it, and that comes after the "what the hell was that?" And I turn around, and it's just hanging there. And I'm looking
That
around.
happens to me at work all the time. So I'll be chilling, and then something brushes against my head, and I let out the most god awful squeak you'll ever hear, and everyone turns and looks at me. It's like, oh, it was Brandon, and then goes back to work like nothing happened.
Dude, don't worry.
Because I've grown such a reputation for being that obnoxious that everyone just knows. Oh, there was something weird, some noise. Oh, that was Brandon. That happened to me a couple weeks ago. Everyone's like,
You just
no
goblin
one's
mode.
face. There's one person like, no one's gonna comment on what Brandon just did. I was like, no one is. They're like, so y'all aren't phased by this? I'm like, no, it's
Dude,
No.
it's like one of the like earlier in my in the beginning of my work, like 9 to 5 work career, they were fixing the AC unit in our area, and all I hear is a real distant ah, and I went, huh? So I look up at the vent, and the other two coworkers come to me and they're like, I'm pretty sure there's something that fell out of the vent and landed on your head or something. I'm like, well, yeah, that, but I heard a scream from the vent, and I know that the 400-pound guy was the one who was like looking at the vents last time, so I don't want him to be crawling in there and crush my ass when he falls through the vents.
Jesus Christ.
he just fell through. Just ah.
That is
Because that's all I could think
That's
of.
a horror story in 2 sentences, bro. Something fell from the ducts. Hopefully, it wasn't the big guy. Just the really
You know what
distant
that reminds me
scream
of?
that echoes.
Remember that video of that dude falling through the ceiling? And he just goes, "Hey, Ron."
Hi, Ron.
Hi,
Hi,
Jimmy.
Billy.
Hi, Billy.
That hurt.
That hurt.
And he just that hurt. Hey, Ron.
Hi, Billy.
I fucking love that dude.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of that, okay, so
Here, hold on.
we were at someone's house.
Guys.
Travis and I were at somebody's house today.
We're gonna have to cut
Bro.
this. We're gonna have to cut this
Hold
one
on,
a
no,
little
let me
shorter. That's all I'm letting
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know.
It's
Let me
shorter.
just, this story. I know this story is gonna be really quick. We were at someone's house and he comes in eating mac and cheese. Him and I
Oh my
look at each other and just like,
Literally,
are you
the
thinking what?
same brain wave, but we just went, "Are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking?" And we just went, "Oh," and we both said, "That's what good pussy sounds like," at the exact same time.
Oh, come on.
Dude, come on! You haven't seen that Vine?
At the same time. But both of us looked at each other like we weren't gonna say it, but we were thinking it, and we just recognized
say it.
that both
You
of us
made
were
the eye
saying it at the
contact.
same time.
Once you make the eye
I was like,
contact, you have to
"This
say
is
it.
amazing."
We made eye contact. I was like,
Yeah, we
wanna
refused
say
to say it. We refused to say it until we both acknowledged silently, without exchanging a single word, that both of us were thinking the exact same thing. It was awesome.
it was the best. I think it was the best thing that's ever happened in my life, bro.
It was
That's a
just
pretty low
amazing being
bar.
on the same-
Yeah, I'll be honest. It was such a low
Yeah,
bar, but
honestly,
Sad life
it's a
so
good
far.
one.
me and Tristan have done that before. Or like we
And then
say some
Tristan
shit
proceeded
just
to
like
vomit
at
on
the
the kitchen
same
floor.
time on the same wavelength.
Kamehameha.
You can't just throw that at us last thing, bro.
I hope you guys enjoy that dinner you go to. The person who's taking you will probably hear this anyway. So
Yeah.
You're more likely.
Oh yeah, of course you
If you
will.
hear it,
so
hello.
yeah. As always, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, download on Spotify. We're gonna have it on there as we always do. And
We're on Instagram and we don't touch it.
I try to keep up with it.
So do I. I just kind of don't.
I gotta start posting the thumbnails in our Discord. So
And
we can
we'd
start.
probably get banned from Twitter.
I don't know with Musk about to run it, so
You don't
we
get
might be
Musk
fine.
on his-
Yeah, if Elon Musk gets it, then maybe not, but we'll see.
We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Bye.
Hey.